Gold One Mine's plans to resume operations were dashed following violent tensions outside the facility in the east of Johannesburg. The mine had to deploy a heavy police contingent and private security following the torching of a worker's car. Operations have been stopped for almost a week as the mine continues to count the losses that go into millions of rands. Workers that belong to NUM are demanding that the employer expedite the balloting process for the new majority union, AMCU. SABC News economics reporter Katlego has been following developments and joins us live in studio. Katlego, so good to have you in studio with us, not across the screen. Just tell me what's happening then. What's the latest?
Good afternoon, Nzinga, and thank you very much for having me in studio. And to our viewers as well, good afternoon. Well, what's happening at the mine as we speak this afternoon is that the tensions have calmed down a bit, compared to what we saw yesterday. So yesterday, there were those running battles between the police and the mine workers. These mine workers have been on demonstrations since last week. So they've downed tools and even, shedding clarity to say they actually haven't downed tools. The mine is the one that decided that, they're going to cancel shifts to ensure that they safeguard the facility. So this is the same mine that 2 weeks ago there was an underground sit-in where we saw even the NUM describing it as a hostage situation. So the mine had to really take heed of what is happening in terms of the information that they were getting around the workers organizing and demonstrating at their facility. So last week Thursday they went on to cancel the shifts going into the weekend, and they were hoping that at least by Monday the operations would resume there, but that was not the case, as we saw them deploying even a larger contingent of police to try and safeguard the facility. This of course is as the dispute and the impasse continue. The workers want to jump ship from the National Union of Mine Workers, the NUM, and join AMCU. So they've been trying by all means to demonstrate and push the hand of the employer to say that we want AMCU to be recognized as our union of choice as compared to the NUM. So the mine saying that what is happening as well, in 2012 they gotten into an agreement with the NUM. It's a closed shop agreement that gives the NUM exclusivity at the mine in terms of organizing there. So for AMCU to now be brought into the whole space, that agreement has to be terminated or tweaked somehow so that there can be two unions that are recognized at the mine. So the mine saying that our hands are tied. The NUM has to ensure that they expedite the balloting process so that they can release the workers into AMCU, so the workers can now be recognized as members of AMCU. So that is where the matter is as we speak right now, to a point where AMCU has now reached out to the Labour Court. This is a matter that will sit on Thursday, this coming Thursday, around the balloting process and ensuring that there's clarity on this closed shop agreement that has seen members of AMCU not being able to unionize or organize there at the mine. But there were arrests as well yesterday. Some of the miners are going through disciplinary processes as well following that sit-in and what happened last week. Yesterday we saw a car of a worker being torched there. So the tensions are really, really high. But the mine saying that they're going to err on the side of caution and they can only operate or open when they are assured that the tensions have gone down and more workers won't be attacked this time around.
Katlego, just in the last minute, do we have insight as to why workers want to move away from the NUM and go to AMCU?
Well, the workers, I was on the ground and most of them would tell you around how the NUM has not served them since joining the union in 2012. The union is the only union at the mine. So they're talking about issues of wages to say we haven't really seen the union pushing to ensure that we get adequate wages at the mine. They're talking about also the non-financial benefits that they would like to have. They don't have medical aids. They want to have those kind of financial benefits. The UIF is the only thing that they have at the mine as we speak right now, but they want more benefits, and they're saying that, joining AMCU, they're hoping that AMCU would champion their interests and they would see themselves actually on a better side, because they're saying the cost of living has been too high, and they wouldn't actually want to operate in a way that they would any day the mine would impose even retrenchments. They want a union that would be there to champion their needs and protect them in case there's something that is coming from the mine to the workers that would need some sort of representation from the union themselves. So we're hoping to see what happens at the Labour Court on Thursday, but also the charges of those that were arrested yesterday from the mine. The mine workers will wait and see, what is happening, how are they, what charges are they facing. But as we speak right now, they have been detained at the Springs police station there in the east of Johannesburg.
Katlego, Legodi, thank you so much. He's SABC News economic reporter, just giving us insight into the story. He was on the ground speaking to people and just really bringing us that into studio. Really appreciate it.